Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. As a lot of you know, my name is Leila Ali Osman, and today we will have a long conversation about envy. Envy in the sense that I'm not going to talk to the person that is being envied upon, but rather I will talk to the person that is envious of that person. I would like to see how we can help those people, because I feel it's a disease. They need help. Before I go anywhere, I want to define envy according to Solomon. He said, envy is among the things that come from the heart, defiling a person. The whole body is full of darkness. Envy ruins the body's health, making the bones rot and prohibiting the inheritance of the kingdom of God. This says Solomon. Then another definition here says, envy is another term for being unhappy. This is when envy takes over your mind. It becomes a powerful virus that kills our confidence and self-worth. Like, this is a religious point of view. Then we come back to, I'm taking this one by one before explanation and elaborating. Then we come back to a realistic point of view of envy. Envy is something that makes you not being true to yourself. Who you are, what you have. You always feel you're not enough. And in the real sense, everybody is enough in one way or the other. We're all different, but we're enough for who we are. Then here they said, envious people behave like they are superior than anyone, especially towards those whom they envy, in order to mask their feelings of inadequacy and lack of self-esteem and self-confidence. That is inferiority complex. So, envy is like drugs. Nothing good comes out of envy. Nothing good comes out of envy. Religiously, psychologically, realistically, physically, nothing good comes out of envy. To be honest, envy is more dangerous and harmful to the envious because it makes you feel inadequate. Anything that makes you feel you're worthless, or you have to look at another person's things to be able to be something, or how does it help you? You need to sit down and ask yourself, what is in it for me? If I think about this person 24/7 and I talk about this person, be negative about this person, how does this help me as an individual? How does it change my situation from where I am to where I will be in the next 10 days? How does somebody's life affect yours? And in most cases, there's a difference between envy and jealousy. Envy is when you want something that belongs to somebody that you have no business with, but you just want that thing. And jealousy, in some instances, is when somebody is trying to take what is yours. Then that makes you jealous. But envy doesn't even make sense. The more you envy a particular person or a scenario of things, the more you deviate from building yourself as an individual. I strongly believe unless you have a mental illness, you would know. If you sit down and you analyze all these points, you would know that there is no point. There is no point, no joy, nothing you derive from being this kind of person. And I strongly believe envy is a sickness. There are many people that might not want to have this. They don't want to look at another person and want to be them. But it's something that they've built in their brain, to be able to look at another person and want to be that person or want to have what that person has. I mean, how do you even fight for something that you don't know the whole story? Sometimes you see people and you say, oh, I want to be like this person. You have no idea this person, who this person is, what they've done to achieve what they have. If given the chance, sometimes you can't even do it because some things are horrible. Imagine people that sleep with men that sleep with men for money, or women that sleep with men for money. Then they have a huge house, they have Range Rovers, and then you say, oh, I want to do that. And you, as a guy, you're straight. A man cannot even look at you and say, oh, I like this guy. Then you want to be like that person. You want to get what that person got. But that person didn't really get it in a manner where that you can get, can do, because you can't, you're not, that is not who you are. So I don't know why or how you could just feel it's okay to do that to yourself. Because you are adequate. If you want, you can build self-confidence. If you want, you can do better. I tell people this. I have never looked at the competition. I say it over and over and over again. I don't even know who my competition is. A lot of people say there's healthy envy. There's nothing healthy about envy. Because yes, if you envy somebody, it might drive you to be something. But it might not be what you are supposed to be if you drove yourself and use your own techniques, your own ways to innovate stuff. If you envy this person, you keep going back to check their records. What have they done? How have they maneuvered through this? How many followers do they have? How come I don't have this? How come I don't? Then that feeling of inadequacy keeps coming every single day. You keep beating yourself up. You are trying, but you cannot see it because you're busy seeing another person. That is why Islamically God said, if you want to be content, always look below you. If you want to think of more, then look ahead of you. So it's like, kalli kasanka, idan kana son ka gode ma Allah, ka kuma be grateful for what you've achieved. Look down on the people that you are more than. Then if you want to crave for more, look up and say, God, I want to have that. Or I want to be able to achieve this kind of success. But using my own technique and my own human being. Because everybody is a human being and they have their own style. So I strongly believe people should look into this and see how you can maneuver yourself. I wrote effects of envy. You see, number one, the effects that popped up is depression, anxiety, personally unhappy all the time, negative mental state. It can affect your physical health in some cases. Envious people can feel stressed and overwhelmed all the time. So even medically, envy is bad. Depression is the worst thing that can happen to you. Because every single day you sit down and you keep looking at people that are better than you. You want to be better than them. You don't want to put in the work to be better than them. You don't even know how they became better. But you just look at them and talk about them and say terrible things about people that you have no business with. I, for one, if I speak about somebody in a bad manner, I'm telling you, some days I wake up in the middle of the night and say, why? Why? We're all victims. Sometimes we all do this type of things. It turns you into a slanderer. You keep talking about people. It gets to a point where people will be wondering, what is wrong with this person? People can now see through you. They can see through envy. An envious person can sit here and cannot even contain his emotion, his facial emotion. If you say, oh, I got 500K, this person will turn red. A black guy will turn red because he doesn't even know why you got that 500,000. You're constantly depressed. You have ways to come out of this. You have ways to come out of this. So I listed ways to be happy. I believe sometimes these people are just sadists. They need things that will uplift them, that will make them be happy and content with who they are in whatever situation they find themselves. How to stay positive and how to concentrate on you. Turn your eyes on you. And I'm telling you, you would be grateful you watched this video. If this helps you, if you can change your narrative and how your brain thinks about the world and bring back all the energy you put out there in looking for sources to hate people, because envy is hate. It turns to hate. Bring back that energy and focus on you as an individual and build something for yourself that somebody else will look at and say, oh, I wish I can be like Garba. I wish I can be like Sadia. You can do that. Just think again and rearrange your life. It's never too late to change. I said, find the optimistic point of view in every negative situation. These are ways to be happy. You can cultivate and live in a positive environment. Be so careful and considerate with who you live, who you allow in your life, the kind of energy you allow in your life, and what you see in your life, and what you surround yourself with. Then there's go slow and breathe. Just breathe. I'll take this one by one and I will explain them. Being optimistic in every negative position you find yourself. Sometimes we lack the ability to see positivity in a negative situation. I believe in every situation there are two things. You can remove two things out of it. You can find a way to see a positive impact from this negative situation. Negativity for you as somebody who envies people. You can just see me and be negative about me. You don't know me. You feel, oh, I just don't like her. You have no right to not like somebody without knowing this person. It's your opinion, but opinions are being built on, what do you call it, stories. Stories, not stories you've heard from another person, but stories that you see from this particular person. So try, instead of being negative about this particular person, try and see what are the positive things that this person does. Even if this person is a drug lord, even if he's gay or they're lesbians, or there are many things, when you look at, you remove the negativity and focus on the positivity of this person. If you want to envy something, envy the positive part of a person and try and see how you can help yourself to be positive at all times. Then cultivating a culture of a culture or a living environment where it's positive. You can't go wrong with being positive. Some people even hate people that are always positive. They feel, oh, how come you're always happy? How come everything doesn't disturb you? I get that a lot. My friends ask me, you're always smiling, you're always happy. You're always saying, oh, there's no problem. My staff ask me this all the time. How do you do it? Because you just need peace. Positivity is peace. If you're at peace with what you are, your surrounding, who you allow in it, how you control yourself around stuff, you wouldn't even have the time to look at another person and see what they're doing and even want to emulate them. You will be full of happiness and thinking of ways to help people, help this, help that you don't even have time to think of another person. Unless that person comes to your face and you see them, you're like, oh, I'm so happy for you. You're promoted, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. It's human for you to feel if you, at that moment, you're not good enough. You've not reached a level of success. It is normal for you as an individual to feel the need to attain more success. To look at another person and say, oh God, everybody is moving forward. What about me? What about me? But for me, I feel instead of you to take it out on this person that you don't know their struggle, how they struggle to attain this, you turn all your frustrations to God. And in that case, you're turning to Him for prayers. You sit down and pray and pray and pray till God says, you know what, take it. Pray and keep doing your best in order to attain something for yourself, an identity for yourself. Not you want to steal somebody's identity and then you think you'll be successful. And then it's not that you just want to steal their identity secretly. No, you want to backbite about them. You want to spread negativity about them. People that you don't know. Some you know. Some you even know the hardship and struggle that they've been through. But because you have this sickness in you, I want you to see this envy as sickness. It is a disease that cannot take you anywhere. But it has a cure. And you can cure it. You can decide to be positive, decide to embrace other people's, achievements. I'm telling you, they said in Islamically there's a hadith, I think, somewhere that says, if you pray for someone, you pray genuinely for someone, without him knowing that you're even praying for him to succeed, you have no idea the blessings that you get in return. And for that, God will see how pure your heart is and equally give you what you didn't even ask for. And I'm sure even in Christianity is the same thing. When you find somebody that is above you, be happy for them and pray to equally be there or be more, but in your own way. You don't need to remove them there to be there, because if you remove them, you can't even replace them. In some cases, it's not even things that you are even into, you're not even interested in. The people that sell food, that will see somebody that owns a clothing line and just hate those people for no apparent reason. It's not your business, it's not your line. Why is Huda successful? Me, I'm selling food. What's my business with Huda? Like seriously, I feel we need to reframe our minds. And a lot of us think, oh God, why are we not successful? Why are we always being last? Why are we this? I'm telling you guys, it's because our minds are bad. We have this horrible thinking. You have no idea how it feels to sit and talk about somebody that you don't know and say things that are lies. And then these things come back to this person. You, because you have low self-esteem, you have low self-confidence, you want to break another person to be like you. Are you happy in your situation? You're not happy with your situation and you want to bring somebody down to your situation? And you think that God will look into your situation and help you? Even human beings will not help you, because they see through you. I want people, the envious people, to know you can be seen through, whether you choose to be the kind of envious person that sits and be happy for this person and gels with him and later go back and want to kill him. Or you're the person that the moment they say, oh, I got a job, you turn red. You can be seen through. In time, people will understand the kind of person you are, and everybody will not help you. A human being will not help you. God cannot help you. You need to know that the only thing that can help you is you. And by you, it means you have to be able to remove your eyes from what people have. You have to be able to be content with who you are. You have to be able to be confident that the thing that gave this person this level of success can give you more than that. That is faith. You have to build faith with strong bond with God. I keep emphasizing this in every video I do. The bond you have with God will take you to levels that you don't understand. The point, go slow. As you're taking all the steps towards changing who you are as an individual, it is very vital for you to sometimes just slow down. Slow down and enjoy the time that you have, the memory that you've had before. In order for you to analyze, sometimes as you're going really fast to change stuff, you lose your way. It takes you to a point where you say, okay, what the hell, I'm tired. It's stressful. It stresses you off that you want to, you just want to shut down and not do it again. But when you take things slowly, you have the ability to analyze stuff. Never take decisions that time. Say, okay, now that this person is selling shoes, let me see how I can start selling soul, so that this can, then you just confuse yourself. You go slow. The negative thoughts just start coming. Why would he be the one selling the shoes? Why wouldn't I be? Slow down and look within. Look within and see, what can I produce? What can I do now? How do I do this? Then as you're slow means you're thinking. You can have clarity because there's nothing disturbing you. You're just slow, you're chilling in your house, writing, watching Netflix, doing one or two things. And at the same, just like what I do this is how I write my books. I sit down, I just want two things, take tea, go to the fridge, carry Rabina, come back, and then boom, one chapter will come. It's taking it slow. But whenever I carry these papers and I go to a park and I sit with a pen, like, let this inspiration come. Forcing it means I'm going to write rubbish. But it comes step by step as you take yourself and you slow down. Then this breathing part. There was a picture I posted some months back. I was on my cabinet. I went like this. I was just like meditating. And my brother walked in and he said, "What is wrong? Is something wrong with you?" And then I said, "Yes, I have aljanu." And he ran out. He ran out of the house. So you have no idea how it feels to breathe. To just focus on the breath from your tummy, the one you take in and out. In and out. It's liberating. It brings you back to who you are. And in that time, you can have the ability to self-examine yourself, to be quiet and just be left alone with these two souls that I tell you all the time that live in you, the good and the bad. In that point, you could be able to see clearly who you truly are. By self-examining yourself, you can know whether you are an envious person or you're a good person. Because they tell you, you know, by your actions, everything that you've done that day, you reflect on it and see. So when I saw Zainab, and when she said, "Oh, I bought a new car," how did I react? Was I happy? If I was I truly happy? And if I wasn't, why am I not happy for this person that I like? Then in that meditating part of your life, you will find answers. And you will see if you truly want to work on yourself. But you have to, as an individual, find a way to stay positive and not be negative about people. You have to find a way to be kind to the people that you surround yourself around. You have to be able to be a good person for your sake. You have to be able to navigate your life. Take out yourself from your cycle. If you live with people, you're in a mix of people that you feel the need to be envious of, please take yourself out of that cycle. You need to take yourself out of that cycle. Reframe and build yourself to the level where you will have the confidence to be with those people and still not feel bad for yourself. Most times, you feel bad for yourself. That is why you feel the need to hate this particular person that has worked hard in whatever category he used to get to where he is. He worked hard to get it. And if you want to be them, then you have to find a way to work hard or harder in your own perspective and your own ways and methods to build an identity or a brand for yourself. So with all this being said, I hope that somebody has picked something here and can change the aspect of negativity around us. The reason why our country is where it is today is because of envy. We have too much people envying people. We have too much people hating people. So we can't even move from this point to another. If somebody hears, oh, Leila is going to be the minister of Abuja, they will run to Baba Buhari, even if it means they have to climb the fence. And let me tell you, this person has never sat with Leila for 5 minutes to discuss anything. No, but somebody said to him, oh, Leila is possessed. Oh, Leila is a prostitute. Oh, Leila does this. Oh, and this is somebody that just envies who Leila is. Then you feel, okay, let me just run and go and make sure she doesn't get it. So we make a cycle of bad people to govern us because we never allow good people govern us because we envy them. We don't know where they're coming from. We don't know who they are. How can they be? By Erkuwaba, by Donkuwaba. He's not anybody's son, not anybody's daughter. You just come and carry. No, we have to know where they're coming from. This is why we're in this predicament. Envy brings you to selfishness, brings you to hate, brings you to every bad attribute that we have right now in our country. So we need to work together. Work towards changing who you are, because nobody can change you. There's no doctor alive that has a cure for envy. There is no scripture in the books that have cure for envy if you as that individual is not ready to change who you are. So if you want a better world for your children, you want a better world for your wives or your husbands, better world for your parents, your younger ones, then you have to start from who you are. We are all victims of envy because every single one of us has envy living in them. But the ability for one to be able to suppress it and work towards changing the path instead of hate, you choose happiness. You choose to be happy. Instead of hating this person, let me be happy for this person. Instead of wanting to be this person, let me want myself to do something better. Instead of taking the negative energy that I put from morning till night that drains me and makes me depressed, I'd rather take it within and be happy and take Coca-Cola. So with all this being said, we'll stop here today, and inshallah, our next topic will be on women, domestic violence, and drug abuse. So we look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much. Stay safe and be kind to one another. Bye.